The camera opens not on a stadium, but on a quiet Philippine morning. The sound of roosters crowing, a narrow road in a provincial town, children walking to school, some barefoot, laughing. An old man sits under a mango tree, carving two wooden sticks by hand. His movements are slow but precise. These sticks are not toys. They are tradition. For centuries, Filipinos have carried sticks not as weapons of arrogance, but as tools of survival. Long before boxing gloves, before MMA cages, before sponsorships and television lights, Filipino warriors trained with what they had: rattan sticks, bolos, empty hands. This is Arnis, Eskrima, Kali. Different names, same soul. Yet, outside the Philippines, many people still misunderstand it. Cut to Brazil. Bright lights, a packed indoor arena. Loud music, flags waving. A combat sports festival is underway. Part martial arts showcase, part cultural exchange. Fighters from different countries are present. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu champions, Muay Thai practitioners, kickboxers, and one Brazilian stick-fighting champion known for his confidence, his medals, and his loud personality. On social media, he had mocked stick fighting weeks earlier. 2 sticks? That's not real fighting, he laughed during an interview. Looks like children playing. The clip went viral. In the Philippines, people watched quietly. No angry rants, no threats, just silence. Because Filipinos are taught something early in life. You don't explain your strength. You show your respect first. Among the invited participants at the event was a Filipino Arnis practitioner. Not famous, no massive following, no flashy walkout. His name barely appeared on the promotional posters. He was introduced simply as a representative of Filipino martial arts. He didn't correct them. He grew up in a coastal town where power outages were common, and training meant repetition, not applause. His first teacher was his uncle, a former security guard who trained at dawn before work. Later, he trained under old masters who never competed, never filmed themselves, never chased recognition. They taught him one thing. The stick is an extension of your intention. If your intention is wrong, the stick will betray you. Back in the arena, the Brazilian champion laughed again when he saw the Filipino warm up. No bouncing, no dramatic stretches, just quiet footwork, slow strikes into empty air, eyes calm. The crowd cheered louder for the Brazilian. He was home. He was confident. He had trophies to prove it. The rules were simple. Protective gear, controlled contact, demonstration match. The bell rang. At first, the Brazilian moved aggressively. Fast swings, wide strikes, power over precision. The crowd loved it. The Filipino retreated, not in fear, but in measurement. Each step back was calculated, each angle deliberate. This is where many misunderstand Filipino stick fighting. It is not about trading blows. It is about timing, distance, and intention. 10 seconds in, the Brazilian overcommitted to a strike. The Filipino shifted, not fast, not slow, just enough. His stick tapped the Brazilian's wrist. Not hard, not dramatic, but effective. The Brazilian paused, confused. They reset. This time the Filipino advanced. The crowd went quiet. What followed wasn't flashy. It was surgical. Every movement had purpose. The Filipino controlled the center line, disrupted rhythm, redirected energy. He wasn't trying to win applause. He was demonstrating truth. A strike to the hand, a check to the forearm, a controlled tap to the helmet. The Brazilian's confidence faded. His movements became rushed, his breathing heavier. At one point, the Filipino stopped attacking entirely. He waited. The Brazilian swung again and missed. The Filipino's stick rested lightly against his opponent's chest. Silence. Not humiliation, not dominance, just understanding. The referee stepped in. The match ended. There was no knockout, no dramatic fall, no taunting celebration. The Filipino bowed. The Brazilian did something unexpected. He bowed back. Later, during the post-event interview, the Brazilian champion spoke differently. His voice was softer. "I laughed because I didn't understand," he admitted. "This isn't just fighting. This is knowledge." Back in the Philippines, the video circulated quietly. No victory chants, no insults, just pride. Old masters watched and nodded. Some smiled. Because this wasn't about proving superiority. It was about reminding the world that Filipino martial arts are not built for sport alone. They were built for survival. For farmers defending land. For villagers resisting colonizers. For people who had nothing but courage and sticks in their hands. Arnis is woven into Philippine history. It survived bans during colonial rule by being disguised as dance. It survived modernization by being passed from hand to hand, generation to generation. Today, it is recognized as the national martial art of the Philippines. But recognition was never the goal. Respect was. The documentary closes where it began. The old man under the mango tree finishes carving the sticks. He hands them to a young boy. "Not for fighting," he says, "for understanding." The camera fades out, because the world didn't just witness a match. It witnessed the quiet power of Filipino heritage, a reminder that humility can be stronger than arrogance, and tradition can outlast laughter.